Hi there everyone, it's Beth Kozik from Elegant Greetings. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan, and welcome to my studio. Today I'm introducing a brand new weekly video that I'm going to do for you for Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. and I'm calling it Catalog Copycat Cards. And the reason for this is because our Stampin' Up! Catalogs have so many beautiful samples. It's just impossible to not find inspiration and a project to copy. There is literally something in here for everyone. So what I'd like to do for you today is share a card, some cards actually, made with this brand new set called Way to Goat. It's right here on page 105, and I find it to be absolutely hilarious. I guess it's just my warped personality, because there was some really funny videos that came out on the internet a couple years ago called Spiffy Goats. So if you ever have the opportunity to look those up, I absolutely rolled. I thought they were so funny. So this took me back to the Spiffy Goats. And these little guys are a little bit sassy. So it has some really funny sayings on it, and I just love it. So what I'm going to do is show you how easy it is to duplicate the samples that Stampin' Up! Creates for us right here in the catalog. So we really don't even have to have our own idea. We can simply copy what's there. There's also throughout the catalog this Step It Up. You might have wondered what that means, and I'm going to show you exactly what that means. Basically, a card can be made in a super simple format, so just stamps, ink, and paper. We can step it up by adding a little bit of extra stamping. We can add some embellishments. And then this third card, stepping it up even further, is some watercoloring. There's an embossing folder that created this pattern on the green cardstock, the background. There's more embellishments. So basically we're just adding in different techniques or different products each time. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works today. First of all, I want to show you, I don't know if I've ever showed you on a video, when a stamp set arrives, all of the stamps are for the cling stamps, which are actually the red rubber, which are made right in Utah. They arrive with all of the pieces that have to be punched out. So I've already created these. So there's just a little tiny bit of work that has to happen before the stamps are usable. So I've done these already, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to get these ready for mounting and how to get the stickers on there perfectly straight. Okay, so it also comes with all of these stickers, and they're exactly the same size as the rubber. So we're going to mount this last one here, which says, "You're the goat," which says, "the greatest of all time." So cute. All right, so this I punched right out of the rubber, the packaging there. And then there is also a white paper layer. So that protects this foam layer. So that has to be removed, okay? And you probably saw I took the two pieces of paper off of here as well. That protects the sticker. The sticker is super, super sticky. So you're going to get one opportunity to get that sticker lined up onto your rubber stamp perfectly. All right, so what I like to do is start in one corner, and once I get it in the corner, I hold it down and then press it down onto the rest of the sticker and then lift it up. Now you want to use your fingernail to get that off of there. So this part then gets tossed, the rubber part gets tossed as well, and now our stamp is ready to go. So this part is super sticky. What I would normally do if I weren't using it at the moment is simply place that here onto my my plastic case. So you can see they stick right on, they're super sticky. And then by turning the case over, we can see exactly what stamps are available and what they say. All right. So I'm going to place this one onto a block, and again they're super sticky, so we want to lift them off by the corner because we don't want that sticky sticker part to separate from the foam layer. Okay, so I'm going to lay this right onto my stamp and I'm ready to go. I'm going to stamp the same sentiment on all 3 of these pieces, which I've created ahead of time. This is just Whisper White cardstock, and I cut that out with a scalloped rectangle. This is simply cut, a piece of paper that's like 1 by 2 3/8, I think. And then this piece I put through our brand new 6-in-1 punch. So that makes that nice scalloped edge on both sides. All right, so for the white layer, I'm going to use some black ink, and again, I'm copying these exactly what's in the catalog. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. All right, so there's the first one, and then, where is my chamois? Okay, cover my ink so I don't get that all over everything. Here's my Stampin' Chamois. So we're going to clean that black ink off because I'm going to next transfer over to some terracotta ink. Okay, that looks clean. Now for these 2, I'm going to use the same stamp, but stamp that with the terracotta tile. And stamping is easy. Just place it right onto your cardstock and press down. This is water-based ink, so it dries very quickly. And you want to press, you never want to rock your stamp because you don't want to get any of these edges of the rubber inked, because that will make a kind of like a halo around your image. Okay, so we're good there. Again, I'm going to close up my ink. All right, so I have these ready to go. And again, the 3 cards that were in the catalog are here. I forget what page, I'm just going to show you in person. All right, so these are the 3 cards. I started to make them, and I have them just about finished. We're going to put the finishing touches on them together. All right, so the first card is just basically a half a sheet of cardstock. This is the Granny Apple Green, which is a really fun, bright color. And I lined it with some Seaside Spray, which is the blue layer. I took a piece of the Whisper White cardstock. I stamped that little billy goat in black ink, and then I colored that with colored pencils. So this style of stamp, which is more of an image stamp, is great for coloring. So if you like to color, this is a good choice for you. These are watercolor pencils, and so I used a little bit of the orange and a little bit of the gray. So again, these are designed to be used either like a regular color pencil, or they can be used with other coloring mediums that wet them, so we can get a nice watercolor look. So those are watercolor pencils. All right, and then I'm going to use my adhesive to apply the sentiment. Okay, look how cute that is. And again, this is our brand new adhesive, which is Stampin' Seal. So whoops, I'm just going to put a little layer on there, and then apply that right here to the card. So super, super easy, right? So that's our first card. Now our second card, we're going to step up a little bit. So if you can see the difference here, I added some stamping. Do you see that tin can? I think that is absolutely adorable. I don't know why tin cans are always associated with goats. If they actually eat them or not, I don't know, but I find it rather funny. So those are stamped all the way around to make it a background. And then you notice here I stamped just the one, there's a little tiny stamp that is for the grass. It looks like that. So I made one there, and then on this one I copied exactly the way that it was in the catalog, and I just stamped that over and over to make more of a ground. And now the goat himself I colored with the blends markers. Did a little bit of highlighting with those. And I colored in the flower with a blends. Oh, and then the background, I'm going to show you how to do that. I did a little bit already. And we're going to use the brush end of our blends. I did some on this side already. This is just a nice way to add a little bit of depth around an image like this. So kind of like the sky in the background. And our alcohol blends markers, they dry really quickly. Isn't that cool? It just adds a little bit of depth. All right, and then the other thing I added here is one of our butterfly gems. These are $6.50 for this entire package of gems, and they come in all of our Newton colors. So I put on one, and I'm going to add another one. These have adhesives, so they come right off and stick right on. So isn't that adorable? So that stepped up just a little bit more. And then our third card is, oh, I forgot to put the greeting on this one. So this one, again, you're the GOAT, greatest of all time. This one, I'm going to add some of our dimensionals. These happen to be the black ones, but we also have them, of course, in white. These are the full size, and they also come in mini, so they're about half the size. They're just a two-sided adhesive that allow us to pop up an image. Okay, so there's card number 2. I just love him, so cute. All right, now card 3 is stepped up even further. The embossing folder that they used in the catalog I don't have, so I improvised. That's another thing that we can do. If we don't have exactly what they show, we can always use what we happen to have. So this embossing folder is called Tasteful Textiles. So it simply goes, the cardstock goes right inside, and then this gets run through our new Stampin' Cut embossing machine, and it makes this really nice pattern. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a texture, adds some interest. So that's how I did the front layer of the card. I applied a piece of cardstock. I cut that a little smaller, and then the white cardstock, actually this is blue cardstock, I cut this with another of our stitched rectangles. Can you see that pretty edge on there? And then I applied some ink with a sponge all the way around to give that a little bit of dimension. And again, here is that small grassy part. I stamped that on white and hand cut it. Here's that tin can, stamped that in black, copied it with, or colored it with a blends, cut it out. And then the entire goat, he is also stamped on white. I hand cut him, which is tedious, but I'm a colorer and I'm a cutter, so for me that was very therapeutic to do that. And again, colored that with blends. So for this card, we're going to use the cutout. Sometimes the cutting machine leaves little bits on there. So again, we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on there and add that to our card. There we go. What do you think? So simple, and stepped up a little, and stepped up quite a bit. Oh, and I forgot one thing we're going to add to this card. These are our new elegant faceted gems. So the card in the catalog had a little bit of bling on there. So I'm going to add just a few of those as well. And what I'm using here is our Take Your Pick tool. This tool is so handy. You can see I'm using the putty end, so it's sticky, and I've just pulled those gems right off of the paper there and applied them right where I want them on my project. Just love it. How fun. Okay, so again, this is going to be every Saturday morning, 9 a.m., and I would love for all of you to help me get some more exposure for both my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. So I'm going to have a raffle each Saturday for anybody who gives me a thumbs up or any hearts, and I'm going to pick names from all of those who do so. I will pick one name, and then that person will get this card as a little thank you in the mail. All right, everybody, thank you so very much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.